What type of radios?
PNR 1000. Ground, this is Charlie.
Send it, Charlie.
I'm not feeling particularly fond about cresting the ridge with the majority of our force, with the fog looking up the hill.
It's in there, Wolf.
That's why I said we're not cresting there, that ridge at the Armor Overwatch point. We're not crossing it until Bravo gets to their position and gets us some recon. Do you copy that?
I'm aware of that, yes.
Can we please just move on Bravo's line?
Did I fucking stutter?
Ooh, some sass in the morning.
Alpha, you're going back to the main road. Bravo is the only one going on that line.
If you're waiting for us to get eyes from our overwatch point, you should denote a hold point.
Solid will be on a hold point. We'll wait for your recon because I do not want to go blindly in there.
Armor passing on your left.
That's for that. Alright. Yeah, so if you guys want to see some ground perspectives, we do have quite a few in the multi today. So if you want to see them get their butts kicked firsthand, I'm going to turn down my music just
Bravo,
a touch.
Advise when you're at the observation point.
Just because I'm getting a slight headache. Sorry I didn't stream last night. I had a
Armor,
pretty bad panic attack.
That ridge.
Stress
Yeah, we're not
induced.
going to until you guys clear it.
And then,
yeah, firm.
just because of a few things, but...
I'm waiting for further recon what's in the valley below.
I hate it when I make an op and then I hear, hey, this op they made, we're gonna completely do it a different way that completely circumvents the point of it. And I'm like... okay. Sad face. But anyway, this should be easy pickings here. You know, these three places, and they'll run into the United Feds. I'm just going to make this valley a massive kill zone. Anyway, what they got this week, guys, in terms of upgrades, they purchased back the T-55 they lost. They got new helmets. They got an upgrade for their planes, so they now have Su-25s for task jets. They're really just trying to go plane heavy for these operations to
Solid.
rely on that to get them through, but United Feds have some pretty nasty cap at their disposal and a lot of resources to modify their tactics if needed. United Fed units right now are a lot more ground focused.
It's not.
That was Yanni connecting in before T-Far could initiate. That's why you could hear him. But they do have a reserve of resources to spend if need be. It's Phase 9, Mirror Man. Ah, yes, the best place to recon is while you sit on top of your friend's PTRS and stare into his soul. That's the way to do it. I'm good, Tiger.
Bravo ground.
Send it.
very little visibility from here.
Solid copy, Alpha. You got any better eyes?
Yep.
So other than that, I think that was it.
Well, what
Because
is it in
the
town?
aircraft upgrades they were going
All
for now
trees.
cost a lot. So it's a big investment to make, but it will give them a little bit of an advantage today up to a certain point. Because I have short-range man pads and a lot of fun stuff today down there.
Bravo Grand, ready to begin.
Hey, firm. You're all clear to move up. Charlie, Alpha, dismount and move out.
Alright,
move
they're
on.
beginning to go, so let's
Bravo.
set the global skill.
Staging.
90, 35, 50, 50. My classic.
Alpha moving northwest this time.
Friendly.
Charlie moving.
I don't really have any stories to tell right
Infantry
now.
squad.
I just
Just
wanna
a warning,
focus on the Zeusing here.
coordinate your efforts with the armor. Make sure
There'll
they
be new
don't
World
get a
War
single
II out
scratch on that.
soon.
No
Bravo
copy.
en route.
If you count Winter War, then yes, there'll be stuff on Monday. Even though Winter War was just a little before World War II officially. Yeah, that Bradley tow, since it already sniped a Gepard I had in defensive position right here, I'm just waiting to see what this damn thing does to a tank if it spots it. Because these things do have a pretty long range for engagement. So we have a squad pushing around over here with a truck. I've got 2 squads on patrol. One's an internal patrol, one's an outer patrol. They're all the tier 2 units that the Titanians have. I did have tier 2, but I rolled a 1 for them, so they all just fled.
My guys had to run.
There's supposed to be like another 3 squads here, but nah, they
Solid copy, Charlie.
ditched.
Ground command team will remain in the rear, so we'll pick
I
up
got
your
this
trucks
tank
after
chilling
everything's
right
done.
here. The other tank is coming around, doing a bit of a drift. 34 also right here.
Bravo Grand, there's a Bradley in there and there's a tank in the southwestern corner.
Didn't mean to drag glitch that, but okay.
Solid copy, Bravo. Mark that shit.
Bravo
to
is
our
on the
armor.
wall. No, we're ready to engage. We are on the wall.
Advise there's a Bradley and a tank inside town.
Wow, that's like the
Engage,
worst
step
place
right,
for him to
target.
be at.
Copy.
So Bad
Bravo
Wolf
is
gets
here, contact.
sniped right here. Azariah gets shot dead. Barracuda gets shot dead. Oh, this is awkward.
I've got no eyes on this Bradley or tank.
They're literally pinned down. And he... Woo! Sweet mama.
Would be nice.
Be advised.
Bravo engaged. Back down.
Yanni on 50, anyone hear me?
Charlie's on the right side of the road, clearing the houses, just outside the fob, so we've not got 2 squads sat on each other.
Ground, this is... I got a late joiner at the fob. What do you want me to tell him?
Is that Yanni?
Yes.
Is the teleporter still up?
He's at the fob, forehead.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Yeah, I'll send someone to pick him up.
Roger, I'll let him know. Thank you. Air's coming to pick you up. Or someone, I don't know.
Tank moving out southwest of the farm.
Hit it in the left track.
What kind of tank is it?
I'm good. I watched these guys charge at Bradley. It didn't really go too well.
One.
Okay, firm.
That one's dismounted. Stop hitting it. Stop hitting it. It's dismounted.
Please make sure you kill that crew so we don't catch a round.
I'm focusing on Zeusing right now, and it's really loud, so I didn't really hear a word of that. That's okay. You have your mom to keep you company.
I did actually visit my mom.
Be advised.
It is Mother's Day. You might be joined by a few people soon.
That's fun.
So they just got hit.
We just got hit by 2 very large somethings. We have no idea where it came from.
That would be the AT over here.
Be advised, we can self-compound selected.
Oh yeah, you're gonna be joined by a few people in a second. Here come the KIAs.
Another one bites the dust. Did it.
Yeah, they shot at a tank, they dismounted it, but then the dismount just shot up a few people.
Yeah, break. We just lost both tanks due to something we couldn't even see. We just exploded. Tanks are up, but we can't repair, so you're on your own. Good luck.
Sounds
like we lost.
Yeah, there is a repair Vic in the fob that they could use, but they gotta beat the firefight.
Off the ground. Hold this bush is clear. You can get down here. We can do this business. Check Bravo.
Solid copy, Bravo. I am moving in.
Yay! My pickup's here. Bye-bye.
Ground 12, copy advised, push out to the eastern side of the town and establish yourselves at the end of at the edge.
Now there goes that.
The Alpha Copod currently have 2 men down, including our squad lead, who won't be able to move out of the fob anytime soon.
Solid copy, is everyone in the fob?
Negative, Charlie's not in the fob on the eastern side of the road in those outlying buildings.
Solid, Charlie, can you push out and create a little bit of a buffer?
That's what we're trying to do right now.
Solid copy.
Trying to determine where that da-da-da-da-da-da is coming from, but I think it's just cook off.
For anything from the west and north.
Screening is kind of hard at the moment.
Solid copy.
Keck, you might want to go back and get one.
Tanks. Are we intended to be able to do any field repairs or no?
You are set to engineers. If you're not able to do it, then I don't know.
Okay, great. Tank groups, I guess, out of action. Good luck, guys.
You can either have a repair Vic be brought up or check the fob for one. Yeah, what up?
We have the possibility of having any transport trucks brought.
I'll call high. Stand by.
All right,
Brown,
well, Armor will be back on station in 20 minutes when we drive back to the fob. Good luck. Stay alive.
Armor crews, be advised, I'm trying to organize for a repair Vic to be brought into the FOB.
They just
Running some blue smoke, PID miss up.
so they couldn't see into the compound, right? Okay.
Ground, this is high. We got reinserts at the fob. Over.
Solid copy.
He just got shot.
Lots of contacts west of the compound.
I was trying to hint at there was a repair Vic here, but they're gonna drive back instead. Because they need to have someone land to go bring that, one of those R&R Vics up to the fob, because they didn't ask for me to bring it up.
They were
Hadwolf died.
I think the building went down from...
Nightmare not noticing he's got a dude right behind him, and instead this guy decides to start shooting at dudes behind him. That's funny. Look left. There goes Nightmare. And there goes him.
3, sit rep.
Charlie,
Bravo.
yeah, contact west of the fob, motion neutralized.
Alpha still has what we've done. We were just starting to clear shit here in the fob.
Solid copy. Bravo.
Taking the people up. We suffered a couple of casualties. We're gonna need reinsert. Please assist with that.
Bleed out timer
Solid
is
copy.
like
Be advised
a few
I have
minutes, I
maximum
think
2
5.
minutes running the reinserts back and
But
forth.
people are, with the
Confirm.
ACE
Midwest
update
room
in
K,
January,
one
people are a
IR
lot more
3,
likely to die from blood loss before the actual
Solid
bleed out timer
copy.
gets them.
Just keep pulling security until we stabilize everything.
Atomic's down up here on his own, so he might bleed out once he's stabilized. Abraham has no idea what to do with that one guy. MG comes around and sprays these guys down here. That's hilarious. And now he's still getting shot at by friendlies. Oh, that was funny. That was actually funny. He probably put those rounds right in his chest rig. He's leaning the wrong way. Oh, man.
Out to the ground.
Send it.
Are you currently with our vehicles?
Second.
Are you currently with our vehicles at Arma?
Negative, I've moved up to the base. I will task the incoming reinserts to pick them up.
Be advised, there's a 2T in the base we can take to quickly get them.
Charlie's coming into the fob from the east now to bolster.
Yeah, Alpha, you can grab a couple of people and go pick up all the trucks there.
Ground, be advised, southwest, about 50 meters outside the fob, there's a disabled Leopard we can use for scrapping.
Leave it be for now, go bring the trucks.
All good, I'm just saying, so we know for later.
I don't think it works. Ground, this is tanks. You copy.
You called, thanks?
Yeah, there's no repair stuff at the fob.
Solid copy. I will try to
I have
organize.
air carrying the shit there, but they're having difficulty with it.
Fantastic.
Be advised, I believe there's a 2T inside the base. Isn't that a
Just wait for
heavy
the
stop?
to come back. I don't know. Alright, so I guess sit and fucking twiddle your thumbs for a while, guys. We gotta fucking wait for air.
So, admittedly, when I said it was at the fob, I meant the fob that you were attacking, but I can see how that got misconstrued.
What? Turn YouTube down, what?
Apparently it's at the fob you're attacking.
Wow. Why would I go to an enemy fob for repair?
Never mind about that ETA. He hasn't left base yet.
God, they're so dumb.
No, you're gonna love this. He, the guy that was piloting it, he put his plane all the way in the top left of the runway and then walked all the way to the helicopter.
Who is it?
Hardcore.
Oh, for fuck's sake, you should know better.
If you don't mind, do you know what he does?
Yeah, so you guys were, let me count the distance here. Just north of that fob was an enemy squad. So from your position, about 200 meters away, in the forest just north of the MSR, there was a guy with a Carl Gustav, and he tapped both of you. That was purely AI, not me. I was too busy dealing with the fact that,
Also currently going back to get the trucks for the other squad we left behind.
Charlie's truck, so cheers for that.
I gotta say no, Wolf, I'm sorry.
Bravo.
I'm trying to get them to think about where they want to put their logistics, and if I keep babying, then they're never gonna learn.
What was the point of a fob without any logistics?
Because logistics are limited.
Advise Alpha can also move to get Charlie's truck. Bravo truck, Bravo.
Yep.
Well, the waiting game, I guess.
Yep. The Atomic, I'll get you a ride.
Also, guy running reinserts, there's a retarded base, or the fob, who wants a ride. Hopefully you have a radio.
Glad I fucking joined this off.
He's on his way back now.
Round to Bravo. Are you ready with your wake?
Waiting for stuff.
Alpha's still bringing the Vix to the fob.
Oh, this has been P54 is already slow. Yes.
I'm good. I'm not gonna get shot in.
That's the spirit. Yeah, they're all
What? What are you doing?
Because I'm special.
JTAC to High Command?
Yeah?
The nerds at the airfield are telling me they can't find any repair Vics. They have 2 ammo Vics.
I've said... What? They are triple RVICs.
Righto.
Says hi, send message.
Yeah, either I'm bugged or something.
Just bring that Vic to the aircraft and tow it up, please. I have the, it says it in the documents that it's one Vic that has all the triple R, but no one reads, so screw me, I guess.
He's busy, leave him alone.
No shit, he's busy.
Bravo, Bravo.
Send it.
Moving to Bravo Rally P2. Ready to go.
Solid copy. All friendly forces in the trucks. Load up and meet up at the Bravo P2.
Charlie's rolling.
Bravo, ground. What's our objective on the way up here? Are we clearing Mamita, or are we going all the way up to the resource field?
Say again, Bravo.
What is our plan going forward here? Are we clearing through Mamita, or are we going directly to the resource field?
Advise our primary objective is the resource field.
Okay, ground. What about the fuel truck at
I cannot see within the reach of that camp, so we're going to bypass it for now. So it's like 30.
I am concerned that Mamita is potentially popped up,
Solid copy. We will move up to the south, to the edge of the town, reference blue line, and we'll dismount and move slowly through. If everything is okay, we'll continue on to the resource field.
Don't ask. There you go. You do not want to see what I just witnessed at base.
JTAC to tanks. Alright, I'm gonna send, hopefully you guys can hear me. So air is having difficulties getting your triple RVIC, so you're waiting on them.
JTAC, this is high. I'm going to give the tanks their Vic to do their R&R because what I just witnessed at base is going to piss off Tempestal.
Please tell me they blew up some
Please, no!
He had his ropes way too short. He parked the Vic right next to the Mi-26, tried to take off, wheel got stuck in the Vic, and he just rammed into the Vic and died.
Hooray! I want to see a clip of this at the end of the op. You can't hear it, but Tempestal is like flipping your shit in local chat.
No, we're not engineers, that's why. Let me try again. Let's see. No.
I thought it was up for you.
Leo, are you sure we're engineers? Because I can't repair at all.
I'll try again. It might have been a mission file glitch.
I know it's frustrating. Trying to get this done.
Oh, now I can repair.
Impossible.
Yep, so mission file glitched out and took away your NG perms, so sorry about that.
Yes, so
Alpha, be advised. I have nothing against it, but Bravo made a sensible conclusion that it might be garrisoned, so do not bomb rush through the town.
This is Bravo. We're going to blue line. We're going to dismount. Bravo will stick on the left side of the road clear. Appreciate if you would stick to right.
Ground, this is high. Just teleported one of your guys up because he wanted to TP up because he crashed, so don't run him over. Thank you.
Solid copy.
Oh, the Huey's also gonna need a repair. That's based.
Bill, we're leaving. Let's go. Pizza.
Yep, they always lose their stuff to stupid stuff.
Oh, kick.
Bravo to ground. Apparently we're just driving through this, sir.
So we're moving or waiting?
They're gonna make a hit on blue for.
Then just reverse speed.
Bravo to ground. Do you have any new ideas on what we're going to do? Because apparently we're just zoom.
Yeah, there's nothing in the town. You can just go through.
Yeah, they go way up north.
T-34 to ground, reinserting into the AO. We repaired.
I still can't believe they did that, and I watched the entire thing. Any DCs. Oh my god. Yeah, so this base is gonna start mobilizing stuff. I'm gonna have to bring in air QRF.
Bravo to ground. This is a very open field. We are going to try to get as close as possible to this take cover.
Firm, do you see any better places to dismount or?
Negative. This is a very open area.
Solid. We need to move in there one way or another.
AT capable hostiles. AT capable hostiles.
Solid copy. All forces, you okay? Solid copy. I see hostiles in the hills to the northwest and some to the far east. Try to hunt the oil equipment.
Copy.
Send it.
Physical contact in resource field clear.
Solid copy. QRF.
Alright, so I did say this place was going to be attacked, so we're gonna start that up.
QRF from the west up the hill.
Blue smoke friendlies.
Eyes on Charlie.
Friendly.
These guys are gonna call out on that. puppy coming in.
On the way! All forces. On the way! Roger that!
Bravo,
On the way! Solid copy. Alpha.
Advise Alpha 20, company 20.
Big 5, enemy kilo, northeast. On the way.
Gonna have her pull back so she can try to survive that area. Have a fast shot out trying to hit it.
Going down south.
She has a fuel leak, so she's trying to land. Interestingly enough.
This is T-34. What's the ground forces grid have?
T-34 on your left here, there's going to be a hovering Huey above the rim. Just a heads up, I got air coming and try and knock it out.
Copy that. That's not what I asked.
I mean, if you don't obliterate it, we can capture it.
T-34, stand by for a grid ref. T-34, we are currently at 019146, marker resource field. How copy?
Copy that, over.
Ground.
There it is.
TRD on UF is M181 mud camel split. In F-16s and 40s. Cold War.
That's a hit.
The 90s here.
Second missile out as well.
Alpha Charlie, thanks. Do you copy? Also, what?
Oh, our fuel stopped.
Alive?
We advise Alpha 20,
I'm just asking for mobility purposes, nothing else.
Yes.
Alright, let's get a ground convoy going. Alright, that bad boy.
Since the immediate response has died down, so get ready to move out.
Tankers on the way back.
Not gonna deal with MRAPs just yet.
Copy. Understood. Ground to all friendly forces, be advised from the resource field onward to the east and put it up the
I'll call you guys in 1 second.
For the next phase for attack. We're going to be hitting the castle, so prepare for heavy resistance. Also, JTEC has noted the presence of enemy AA, so be careful with that shit.
Ground, this is high. Be advised there are 2 times reinserts back at base. Over.
Solid copy. They'll have to be on the wait for a little while. Roger that.
He says you'll be waiting for a little while.
Out of the ground.
Send it.
Due to the overtime thing, the Newcastle is gonna rush through the town even
Some of them took their helmets. That's interesting. How much longer will this op be going on? Another hour? Let's see, 2 to 3. 2 hours. Under 2 hours.
T-55 is on its way back up now. We're about halfway there.
He didn't like that LZ, so he's gonna go pick a different one.
Is that town clear now, I guess?
Negative.
The first town?
The first town that fought, yes. The second town, no.
On the way.
We never officially cleared shit at the second town.
Understood.
There, are you driving now?
Greg, what are you talking about? As far as I know, we've only assaulted one town.
Roger.
Drive.
On the way. Roger that. On the way.
Snapper, we are currently at the resource field to the north of the town where you were fighting.
Copy. Moved really fast.
Yeah.
Alright, he pulled back. He's for repairs. Making a mental note of that to tab out. Stand by.
Bravo, push the please, would you?
Negative.
Advised. Charlie, out of the stock to go on you. Go, Bravo.
How many can fit in you? 6. Alright, so I need to make a 6-man team. Because that's the same with the Bradley. Yeah, so I can just have him go there.
Rabbit back.
Send it.
Moving after rabbit.
Solid copy. All forces,
There's
move,
Gav.
Try moving together. Go to the Bravo dismount and regroup. Stage from there.
You know, that's actually a pilot body.
Additionally, we have spotted the heavy...
Gav, if you're still there, there's actually no pilot slots left, so you wouldn't be able to fly. Because the other pilot slot died.
MGs and whatnot, and a Black Hawk just recently left from the castle. So try to expedite, but do not break your neck to
The
get
small
there.
guy's overweight. Of course he is. That or they're out of stamina.
Charlie's almost now I will hop there, and then we'll wait for us to regroup. We've got Alpha Rock on our ass.
Say
So we're
again,
not
sorry?
alone.
Oh, this should be good.
Infantry.
On the way. Understood. On the way!
Good thing we're driving around in enemy vehicles.
Ground to infantry, if you can get to the Bravo dismount point and secure it, we can move in with our mortar in there and provide the fire support if you want.
Let's see where those splashes land. Chopper's almost back. Something these guys haven't run into yet are those PTRSs. That Vic is now getting smacked.
Where are you guys?
C-54 is about 500 meters to the resource field from south.
That guy does not want to turn out and use that piece of AT.
Immediately towards east, toward proceed to the Bravo dismount point of the
Alright, if the AI is not going to use that striker properly,
Yeah,
I need to make sure I don't use it anymore.
We're following your approach because we don't want to get 18.
Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. We did not encounter any resistance so far until this point.
Copy that. Will go.
Recommend to all squad what's the kicking off.
Nice. Hold that.
Alright, so there's a lot of forces in this place. They're gonna basically come back. I need to now delete the bodies up here. Green 4 for the most part's losing that fob. And this group of infantry is sitting right there. You have Skelly, who is surrendered back there because he's AFK. Have that thing go there, deploy its infantry.
East of Eastern Field.
And 64. Gavalor, the pilot died, and when pilots and crewmen die, the slot is technically lost. So there may be a slot open, but technically it's closed because he died by the Mi-26.
On the way. Understood.
Sorry, I'm busy
Will go. Copy.
microing the AI in this fight. Is that Blackhawk coming back? Yes, she is. All right.
Route to Bravo, you still alive? Charlie.
GM Bicycles is global mobilization. You have to have that loaded for TSB main.
All forces be advised, command that the 2 medics are moving in. If there is a mass gas, let me know.
Be advised on the northeastern side or on the western side.
Roger that.
There's I don't know which one.
Yeah, I'm trying to respawn this squad so they'll move quicker. That's an AI.
Get in, I'm your reinsert, guys.
That Bradley's just below Defilade.
Copy that. On the way.
That's the first squad that was dropped in.
Ground to all forces, do you have any casualties that I need to applaud the 2 medics for?
Ground, this is reinsert. Do I wait? I'm stealing the chopper 50 by the way, but
do I need to wait more for more injury inserts?
Not at this time. Not that I see.
Okay, I got 4 in the truck right now, so I'm bringing them in. You copy that?
Are you kidding me?
Crew, that town you're headed to
That's
has
annoying.
not been cleared.
Look behind us, to the west of the town.
That didn't really last that long, now did it? That's a crewman from some slot.
Hey, firm. Solid copy, solid copy. That's kind of scary. Solid copy.
Roger.
Tech incoming west. We have 2 friendly techs coming from the west. T-55, T-34, and then the UAV.
Yeah, I got sticks on these guys in the SMA, but...
Currently at the west of the town, but currently dismounted. We're feeling...
What dismounted it? I don't see any visible damage. File that under mysteries I'd like to freaking solve.
On the way. Copy that.
Run, Charlie.
Copy that. On the way.
Charlie, come in.
Understood.
Are you not smart enough to drive?
Bravo, I need you to push across the road, close contacts.
Yes, sir. T-34, what the hell was that?
Probably another Carl Gustav.
Ah, T-34 just exploded.
Alpha 2 ground. Now voice clear.
Solid copy. Does anyone have any idea what is going on with Charlie?
Probably this guy.
Bravo, situate southwest of the road. Contacts appear quiet.
Solid copy. Be careful with any more action. Push hard.
Darn's getting shot up. He's on his own. He's gonna try to vault the wall to get away. These guys are running over. That squad has been dealt with for the most part.
Eyes on Alpha.
Alright, I'm gonna change up doctrine just a little bit.
Ground, you just lost the T-34 because no one secured anything south of your little fucking dismount. The man was sitting next to your Urals.
I'm aware of that.
Yeah.
I'll have to make those kits lighter. Gavlor, it's because that's the rule. Yes, it can still be selected in the menu, but he died, so the slot's lost. It's more of an honor system thing, but if you take the slot, it'll just kick you from the server.
Bravo, T-34, your energy is still alive. We have medics if necessary.
Because they have to train people to take those slots.
Solid copy. Bravo. If the sector is clear, move up to the town.
Op 4 is basically trying to surround and take these areas, but they've done a really weird way. It's less, you know, point to point, more
Push towards the castle.
maneuvering around. And this paladin is,
On the
Yeah, they're getting into the Bradley.
Taking a weird way.
I don't know.
I just accidentally flash something.
No, I know.
Alpha to ground. Could you bring up our Vic? Should be somewhere on the right side.
Roger.
Of the road.
Solid copy.
We'll go.
If air tries to come up here, though, that castle's still occupied. They're gonna probably repair this Bradley and move it up, so... Interesting capture right there. That's gonna give them a pretty hefty discount on BMP2s. That Vic is pulling back. Those are still maneuvering around. Chopper's gonna come back with a third squad. And these guys are pretty much gonna stay there the rest of the mission, garrison that. The issue is with this backline cut off, I actually can't move the fuel Vics out of this town to capture those for Blue 4, so... Not too many points are going to be lost based off of that for Blue 4's income, but it's still important to know. And now they have a Bradley. Alright, so we'll see what they do with this, if they even find the notes on the black box, but... Let's see how things go with that.
Bravo, stand by on the reinserts. We have no idea.
I could send up some Cobras.
Back now.
The research field, like, half a mile behind us.
Yeah, they're coming up in trouble.
Oh, there's supposed to be a large base up here, I just haven't made it yet.
On the way.
Those are left over from that base. But that's the only thing I can think of.
Kill yourself, Dutch Eagle.
To send.
Why? I don't know. I just felt like the captains didn't kill themselves.
That's rude. Third copy Alpha handler.
Hey, Liru.
Hey.
Can I get a TP to Bravo?
Were you a late joiner, or did you disconnect?
My internet disconnected itself.
Stand by. But you're in a separate squad.
Yeah, I know, but I'm doing it.
Alright. Ground, this is high. We got one late joiner at the fob. If you want to ferry him up at your earliest convenience, over.
Thank you for the information, but currently we have full to Canada.
Yeah, so he got away. There's not tracking that.
Send again, Bravo.
Bravo is done. We're gonna go on from here.
Bradley, trying to join the infantry and provide fire support for them as needed.
Alright, at this point we might as heck put up a big boy. No AGMs, just rocket pods, cool.
Ground, we got another Black Hawk landing behind the hill to our south-southeast. There's probably at least 2 squads and then offloaded at this point.
Copy that.
Solid copy. Not much we can do a task there. What the air can do, but it has a heavy AA umbrella up there, so we need to clear one.
You gonna do something about that?
Understood. Understood.
Damn foreheads.
On the way. Roger that.
Alright, so based off of what's going on, I can actually just go delete all those, because there's not going to be any more green fort guys, because this is it back there.
On the way. On the way.
None of those guys sweep around. They're still bringing Skelly up, because he's AFK. But this leaves this guy
Ground to Charlie.
to be very angry. Let's see, it takes about 15 minutes for convoy to come in, so it's 1:28, so another...
Charlie, where are
What?
We're in the town near
Get that bitch a cannon. Bitches love cannons.
Great, I'm kind of busy, if you don't mind.
Be advised, I got reports of an enemy squad to the west of the town. Hey, firm, I want you to...
Yeah, no, that scared me too. Literally, I checked my left immediately, I'm like, what the hell? But I really don't want to have sound bites played right now. Last thing I need is to get a random copyright strike and say goodbye to the channel. Alright, so they're moving up. I've got infantry coming around right here.
Interrogative ground, what's the plan?
Be advised, I'm currently sending 2 squads up the hill to clear the way. Once they get to the summit, I'll send you in to support them. I'll copy.
Copy, we're not driving up a mountain.
Well, not the road.
Got it.
This should be good.
ground. This is Charlie. Do you have the gate for the enemy squad to flank the town?
And the brothers, object point direct west. Enemy infantry, unknown number.
On the way.
I was gonna say it drives, because it's not smart enough to do that.
Squad set down, running south to north.
Wait a minute.
Hey, firm, stop that.
Yeah, we just killed it. It's going down.
Wow.
Gun round. That's 1 kill. That's 1 cover down.
Good shit.
I just deleted that guy from the face of existence, and Nightmare is now very confused. Yeah, it would be smart to dead that Blackhawk.
150 Austin Costa.
So copy. Alpha, Bravo, make sure the road is clear for the...
I can say these guys,
support you up there.
took his AT and blew it up. Just to death that. Yeah, because you're right, denying enemy that technology, that is something these guys would do.
JTAP, his squad mortars are available if you want me to shell the captain before you move in, let me know. Inside?
No, it won't.
Okay, firm, I'm hearing AT down here at the base of the hill, so. Taking pot shots at our vehicles again.
Hello, this is Charlie SL. Been off the net, so can I quick?
Oh, he's dead.
Providing security to the town we're currently in. Alpha and Bravo are currently pushing up.
I think our Callis just got jumped, yep.
Okay, so Charlie providing security on Nala. Right in.
Sweet recon, or are we just driving up and we're not getting support?
It's gonna be a 60-second.
A lot of part of that.
Yeah, can we get squad through these hills around the road, or are we just gonna drive up? Yeah, it's your call.
Bravo, are you already inside the castle?
Negative, Bravo, drop towards the castle, follow blue line. My blue line.
Solid copy. Can you push a bit to the east and secure the approach for the vehicle?
We have another element in front of us to the east. What do we coming up to?
What is it off? Who's to the east then?
I've just it. There are elements with the getting much hour to our east.
Yeah, you're on your own on top of the hill. You're collecting fuck whatever's going on with your command, so we're just gonna head back into town and hold the road.
Alpha's about 75 meters out from the castle, currently squatted down.
This is Bravo to all call signs. We are set on the draw at my marker, and we are holding here until someone tells us where the fuck everyone else is.
Alright, those guys have routed.
Alpha, accurate marker.
Hold up.
Also, infantry forces do not push the castle. We can shell it if need be to soften up.
I love how the IFV doesn't use its main cannon. Those two tanks are going to be coming around very soon.
Alpha. There you go. Alpha.
I'm sorry, I'm getting shot at.
A firm, Alpha, you will be breaking off from the assault on the castle and moving east towards the road. Make sure the road is clear so the vehicle can move up.
Miss.
Currently, SL is down. We'll probably have to find him before we can do that.
Hit. I already seen a single shot dismount this thing,
Darling,
so...
what's your status?
Full security on the east side of the town.
Solid copy. You are to move up the road towards the castle and secure it for the vehicle.
Right, we'll comply.
That, his AT is basically hitboxing for him.
Bravo ground, taking initiative. We're assaulting the compound.
Solid copy. Bravo, proceed.
Those two tanks are still coming up. Seymour's gonna do his best right there.
Arma, Charlie here. We'll let you know when we're on the road, and then we'll start moving and let you know.
Alpha, we're missing about half of our people.
Define missing, dead or...
Probably both.
I think they think it's a friendly tank, the friendly Bradley they have.
People you have and move to the castle with Bravo.
Bravo, Brown, switching interior.
Yeah, copy.
Charlie, Arma.
Go.
We're starting to screen the road now. I'm going to start moving up with us.
Okay, hope doesn't transcend this road behind us.
Likewise.
Jesus, how many shots did you just take?
That would be very helpful.
Bradley is not firing on anything in 10 minutes.
Is that Bradley in the fucking ditch enemy then?
Do you copy that? Our Bradley has not fired in a while.
They copied it and acknowledged. We're under fire from enemy Bradley at this castle.
Charlie Armor.
We're on the way.
Charlie Armor, be advised.
That's why taking enemy
I'm
Vix is sometimes a very bad
currently
idea.
my mortar to watch the road coming up. If you run
Bravo,
into anything,
interior.
if you run into anything there, we're gonna show it if you have troubles. Okay?
Righto.
Ground command to Bravo.
Go for Bravo.
Bravo. I need you to scour the entire compound once you're inside and secure for intel. Limit the use of heavy explosives inside. Same goes to you, Alpha, if you join them.
This is Fabit of Alpha. There's an enemy Bradley in the ditch.
Copy, what ditch?
Good question. It just pushed into the castle. Alpha, combat ineffective. We've got 2 people up, and we are to the northeast of the castle.
Alright, there would be one more squad on reserve in there. Let's send it up.
Charlie, are you advancing up the road?
Almost at the top now with Arma.
So what's going to happen after this week is Blue 4, they're likely to lose this one, but they're likely to win those 2. They're going to send everything to hit this
I
area.
need a medic on our pause immediately.
Solid copy.
Just fixing that tank. Got this tow launcher right there. So for the most part, they've won the massive part of this firefight. I just have a few guys on defensive left and the AA still up.
Bravo, ground, copy.
Send it.
I need that medic.
I've sent my medic from the town upwards.
Just adjusting these tanks so they rebalance properly.
Break, do we have any aircraft up right now?
We have a MiG-29 that's trying to do cap, but it doesn't exactly have a radar.
Okay, sounds good. I just saw him. I want to make sure.
And for
Arma,
I hear
we've
a
got
hostile
a Bradley
tank
at the gate
somewhere.
entrance.
All forces be advised, there's an enemy tank inside the town.
The
where we
rightmost gate
came from.
entrance.
What town?
The town that Bravo Vic pause where ground command set up. There's an M60 right.
See if that tow does its job. It's on defend only. No, 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 no. Engage at will. Come on.
Bravo ground, how far is your medic?
Unknown, I've sent him 2 minutes ago.
Charlie digging at T-junction, waiting for her road.
So copy, join, send a medic inside the...
You're killing me, man.
Bravo.
It's right there. It's right there. Shoot it.
Good, Bogan?
Shoot it.
Send it. Unknown at the moment, all assets are occupied.
Charlie,
Useless. Useless piece of shit.
Are both Bradleys inside the castle dead?
Yeah, the AI is not really smart today. Let's go with that. Ground, this is how you got a lot of reinserts back at base, over.
I know. Not much I can do second.
Medic has entered castle from the eastern side, sweeping.
We need you northwest end. Rest of the trenches.
Hey, you called for a medic?
Send message for high.
Side of castle.
You didn't ask for one at the fob, so can't help you. Gotta think ahead, guys. I've been telling you this for weeks. They don't think ahead.
Ground minor thing at the moment. There's a man pad on one of the towers, the shortest one on the north side.
So I copy. Is it
Have you taken care of it? We ain't got a bead on it. You can just see the tube.
So I copy. See if you can neutralize it if it's.
See, they don't know to look for this thing because the building that had the intel that talked about this was destroyed. A blue 4, regardless of if they take it or not, they're not gonna know. Babbitt got shot to shit up there. I got some units up here. Bad Wolf gets knocked off from the... Oh, damn. Because you gotta remember, a bullet impact will, like, freaking knock you off your feet.
Coming up the slope from the northwest. I say again, coming up from the slope from the
That
northwest.
QRF should have, I can spawn it at any time at this point.
Enemy tank.
We got dudes up here waiting for that enemy tank. T-55 is gonna be right on top of her. And you exposed your engine.
Ground command to all infantry squad. Are you okay?
A few of my guys playing
That knocked out the command. That's oh my god, that's funny.
Copy.
Bradley came up. They're now RPGing the Bradley. That knocked one of the crewmen out.
I'm hearing cook-off. What is going on?
Yeah, we killed it, but yeah.
They're taking javelins out of the Bradleys. That's why. So the copy paste the inventory got screwed up.
So copy. Any and all infantry forces on the interior of the castle, can you scour for any intel or anything?
This is Bravo, we are interior, still taking contact. We'll scour for things after we've dealt with contact.
Solid copy. Where's the contact coming from? Inside?
Southeast end.
Solid copy.
Ground, this is Armor. Can you get your people under control? One of your guys just almost killed the friendly Bradley.
Who was it?
No idea, but missile came from our position into our Bradley.
Solid copy. Be advised, I am currently at the GC position next to a mortar pit down there.
Well,
Yeah, he's probably going to be calling for artillery, but command doesn't want to risk it. So instead, what we're going to get is something very, very dumb. But the commanders think it's a great idea.
Wait, is no one alive in the fucking castle of Alpha? Alpha to ground.
Send it.
Alpha 90% dead, being reinserted as we speak.
Solid copy. Alpha, if you're at the castle,
they found that
leave
guy.
the castle and move towards the GC position. Times now.
Also picking up info as we speak.
Solid copy.
Wait for it.
JTech to ground.
Send it, JTech.
We're reinserting. It's going to be a couple of minutes because we have to take a safe route.
Solid copy, JTech.
I also forgot to grab a short range radio, so contact me on this if you need me.
So ground, this is Tank. Nothing is really important. Apparently it was somebody from Bravo. Just have to remind them that we have a friendly Bradley and a P-55, please.
Beep. God damn it. Beep. 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 Beep.
Well, yes.
Yeah, the device just exploded. Which is nice. Yeah, it's gone.
Solid copy. You've still picked up intel.
Yes.
Good enough. Have another look-see around, and then whoever can.
That's going to give them access to their
back to the
MI-48 sound detectory. Because they have no idea what to do with this information yet, so it's going to be reverse engineered for an MI-24 platform.
If everything is clear inside the castle and you found all the intel you could find.
If that crazy death charge or whatever doesn't blow too much up. Okay, never mind.
Copy.
Alright, we're almost inserted. We're passing the resource field now.
Ground, what's the next play? Are we going to move down into this town?
A-firm will be moving into the town, scouring all the fuel stations and taking all the FOBs inside the town.
Copy. There's a sweet artillery position overlooking the town.
Is there?
Yeah, on the southwest side.
Speaking of which, I'm gonna have
of the fort.
Three guns.
Alright, if that's solved, can I get a repair rig for Bradley? Because that broke our optics, you motherfuckers. And I can't see shit as a gunner.
Helicopter?
Hey, there's a hostile Chinook dropping troops to your guy to the east of the castle.
Bravo to ground, are you sure you want us to leave the castle at this point?
Yes, because we've taken all we could from the castle. Also paratroopers, we need to handle that first.
Ground negative, we are already out of the castle.
Ground, be advised, there's 3 times artillery southwest outside the castle. Do we leave it here for the enemy to recapture it, or what do we do?
Absolutely fucking not.
Well, do you want to destroy it right now?
Yes, if you have the ability to destroy it right now, do it.
Will do.
Break, that Chinook just dropped a shitload of paratroopers northwest of the fort.
Charlie's on your pause, Arma, we're assisting.
Alright, I'll do one more, nasty bugger.
On the way.
And some of these Vics are starting to
Bravo.
figure out that they
Are
need
you
to
able
get out
to
of
move
here.
the northwest and
One of them
check
killed
for those
himself.
fire
Ah,
troopers to make
wow.
sure they're all dead.
Such AI, much wow.
Ground, this is reinserts. We're headed to the castle or ground pause, whichever one you want.
Ground pause, ground pause.
Let's see, the Fajat they have with them over there.
Did you copy my last?
I copy it. I have all the reinserts going there. There's 9 of us.
Okay.
And my Chinook was shot down.
I've got the chopper headed back already.
Ground, be advised, all 3 artillery pieces disabled.
Thank you, good job.
Hey, what happened to those tanks that were rolled up onto our pause?
One was destroyed, the second one went off somewhere. I think it was also
They're
destroyed
both dead.
afterwards.
Okay, that's weird, but sure, we'll go with it.
On the way. We'll go.
That's where they want to deploy the infantry. That's, I guess, where we'll deploy the infantry.
Roger that.
Hey, this is vehicle crew. Where did the main force go?
All forces are to regroup at the GC position on the map.
Which means you didn't follow the road now, did you?
Did Mirwell, that was actually his voice, so yeah, I think he did get brought back.
So I just saw a fuel truck haul ass right past us. Is that one of you guys? Hello?
Was it Charlie?
Stand by.
Next to Arma.
We're probably...
Copy. Target acquired. Understood.
Can I get any sort of sit rep now that most of us are back?
Hold on. Someone reported the enemy striker inside the town, somewhere to the east.
On the way.
Yeah, apparently...
Break, hey, you remember that road that we didn't cover? There's a whole fucking striker squad down the road right from us.
Yeah, that's what I was just reporting.
We also have a main battle tank.
Yeah, so they kicked the Hornet's nest, so now these guys are pretty mad.
Cobra overhead, Cobra overhead.
So yeah, these guys are gonna search that position, see the black box is down. These guys are getting massacred.
All forces, if we're to look at it like the same time we hit the special objective, we need to pull out. Everyone, go back to your base, pull back to the center of the town.
Charlie, they have a squad on top of it. He sent us into a fucking death alley, Ken Pencil. We are literally surrounded.
Bradley, pull back, doing its best to cut these guys off.
Alpha to ground.
Send it.
Alpha is mostly reinserted, but he wants us.
Say again?
Alpha is mostly reinserted in the town, but he wants us.
Solid copy. Alpha, hold here until everyone gets
I think those
back.
things took a right and went
gets
uphill.
Back, then we'll move to the
I think my,
west,
yep, that got shot down again.
Alpha holding on GC position, copy.
Now is Karn in this group of people?
Make sure you're next to your base.
No, he's not.
Bravo, Charlie. Sit rep.
Returning to Vic.
Charlie?
Tank called out that Charlie is all down.
Okay.
Yeah, did you not hear me? You sent us into a death alley down this road. We have a Striker platoon and lots of infantry all over the hills. We're fucked. T-55's down. I'm missing. My gunner's dead. Picked off Bradley.
Alpha Bravo, move towards the mountain road and try to retrieve whoever is still alive there. Now.
Mark a position, we check most of these.
Alpha, there is one road coming up from the castle. Move into that
Striker.
road.
Yep.
Alpha copies.
We can.
Forces got pulled on the road right here, and pretty much the slaughter happened.
Bravo ground, we are bum rushing up there in a
IFE
truck,
pulled back, it's no longer covering the tank.
Solid. Retrieve whoever you can. Load the
That squad is pretty much
and,
dead.
Just get out of there to the GC pause.
Alright, Bradley's still alive. T-55 is most likely dead.
Oh, I know, Az. It's a mess today.
We might be able to extract T-55.
What do you believe? A towing?
Striker's gonna turn its gun around.
Also currently moving on the
We're not gonna hold for long.
Hopefully they'll be able to fix the crew slots up ASAP. Charlie is all dead. Ooh, man. Tough op to say the least. These guys, after checking that position, are now going to know that the black box was destroyed. Intel unknown if it was recovered. I need to flip a coin. Heads, tails. Heads. Okay, they think the info was lost, so they're going to pull back.
Try to find and save the Vic crew if possible, so we don't have to repurchase that bullshit.
So I'm going to say these guys repelled off the sides.
Do we have a friendly...
Because the player base would do that in their position.
Next to cooking off, yeah, you do.
So command's going to be very, very angry. That's also going to increase the aggro from Blue 4. It's going to be up to like 50 at this rate.
Friendly Bradley coming from your south. Please don't team kill us again.
Alright, fuel trucks are brought back. Delete some of the wrecked aircraft and everything. That position's going to remain cleared. Blue 4... There's not going to be an attack on that resource depot after this, I can know that much. Blue 4 is probably going to focus on being more defensive and analyze the tactics. Billman died, so that's a loss of crew slots. We're down to 1 pilot, 3 crew for this.
Yep, we found a fuck ton of dead friendlies.
Oh, that's nice.
Alright, Vicar is dead, then what our next objective? We only have 2 vehicle crews left, we have T-55 to bring home, so what is next objective?
Is the T-55 crew dead in the tank?
They might be securely dead.
Stop walking over each other! Fucking sake!
Alpha's currently mounting up and moving back to the town.
Solid copy. Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Bradley, all mount up and move to
I might put up a
regroup
poll
point marker
and ask if
in
people
the
want to
town of
continue this
Liru.
campaign, because it's
Now.
gone 9 ops.
Do you want Alpha
Most
to
of Green
throw the
4 is
tank?
down. Blue 4, after losing that, might be susceptible to a peace treaty, and we continue this at a later date. But I think after this stop, I'll give it a few days. I
Wait,
won't
is the
make it
tank
immediate,
mobile, or-
but from what just happened,
Tank is mobile.
Copy that. We're not throwing it.
I mean, as I expected, when they meet Blue 4, they're going to get their butts kicked, because
Pretty
Blue
much
4
lost
is
the
also a
vehicles
powerhouse.
fight. We only have the drivers now.
And, you know, Red 4 is taking all this to the south. Blue 4 is taking pretty much all of this
All
to the
forces be
north
advised,
in the same amount of time.
Ignore the regroup point, move to the resource field we took earlier, and we're calling it from there.
Interesting. So they got the tank repaired. They're moving that back.
Bradley T-55, move out.
Made a good dent.
Remember, everyone to the
Bravo.
resource field.
Bravo's returning to the resource field. I'm getting off 50 before I have a fucking brain hemorrhage.
Ground, this is I. Do you copy?
Copy.
Is a player named Karn still alive?
He very
That's
much
the name
is,
for him.
thank
He's
you.
driving.
Cool, thank you. Just need to know. So yeah, that's going to unlock something in the, again, the MI-48s. They're not going to be able to purchase them right away, but it unlocks the ability to do so. But I wrote down everything as we were going, so... Ground, this is High, do you copy?
I copy.
You have pulled out of the area, and I heard you want to index. I can index right now, if you so choose.
Hey, firm. Just quick question. All these trucks and everything in the objectives, they're counted in, or do we...
Yeah, I'm counting everything you're bringing back to the R&R point right now. Or the regroup point, excuse me. So I'll do a quick touch of that. That thing, the Bradley, the Zill trucks are all still okay. Huey's still good. And they're also going to bring that command Vic. I'll have to look up what that does. I think that increases BTR tech, but I wrote it down in my notes.
This is T-55 to ground. We're also taking captured vehicle, towing it with me.
I saw it, Mirwell. I'm counting it. Whew. Beep, beep. I'm gonna cut my music. We're gonna have another up in like an hour, actually, so I might take a break in between. Alright, so just go over things campaign-wise. You guys finally met Blue 4. Blue 4 is a pain in the butt.
Stop hot,
The
Mike.
atomic
Hot
Mike.
Whoops, accidentally moved Barracuda, trying to move him. 1 second. Okay, move back. Sorry about that, Barracuda. So, these guys, literally, as you have taken the entire southern half, they've taken the entire, like, northern half. So, what remains of Green 4 is in between you two, but, for this one, I tried to make it look like that Green 4 had consolidated everything they still had, in those, few bases it had. While you were taking the southern Green 4 base, the Blue 4 guys are taking the northern one in the town, and they managed to take that one. But you then pulled around, took their resource depot. They didn't really care much about that because they were working on trying to get what was at the crash site. And Karn is still alive, so you guys will have it. That's going to be the upgrade for the final tier of your attack not planes, attack helicopters. So that's a little down the road, but that upgrade will be available now. I believe it's the MI-48 Kajman, but I could be wrong. Other things you brought back a Bradley. That's going to help you get BMP2s and BMD2s. I don't know the exact numbers on the top of my head, but it discounts those heavily because that's technically their Tier 2 IFV. You also brought back a Command Vic. I'll have to look up what that does, but I'm pretty sure it discounts your BTRs. I think it discounts all of them because that's a Command Vic itself. But again, I'll post the notes in the comments section of the current doc when we get there. But overall, yeah, that was meant to be a very hard fight. It didn't help that people were mis-PIDing enemy Bradleys for the friendly Bradley and friendly Bradley for enemy Bradley, and it was definitely a test of communication and PID, and it was a little shaky tonight. Otherwise, the Mi-26 blew up because Corporal Hardcore put the ropes really, really short and then drove the Vic up right next to the Mi-26 to the point like the wheels were like clipping in it. I don't know why he did that, but then he tried to take off and naturally it oofed. And as I've said the past few weeks, make sure you're thinking ahead. So if you want to have logistics at the fob, let me know. I'll bring the logistics Vic up. But I know we did lose a logistics Vic because the Mi-26 oofed it. And, you know, if you want more transport, make sure you bring that to the fob. But you have to tell me because I'm trying to get you guys to think about that because it's something that's definitely lacking in this community as a whole. But anyway, Tempestal, take it away. Ground command.
Everything was fine until it wasn't. Like, everything was going okay, and then we got to that last down, and it kind of everything all slowed down, and a lot of weird stuff happened, and I'm going to go and say that I did not have an easy time commanding today, specifically because of Alpha. Most of the time, Alpha, you were moving ahead, and I was trying to catch up other elements up to you and trying to patch together a cohesive force. Because you went so far ahead and your reports were so incredibly lacking, and I had no idea what you were doing and where you were doing, and like it was a real fucking struggle to patch everything through because I couldn't coordinate the squad and whatever happened. And then when finally the castle was taken, intel taken, and everything, then the next thing that happens, I say for everyone to pull back. The tanks get exposed. The striker spawns out of somewhere, and tank crew gets fucked. Charlie gets fucked, and I cannot do anything at that point. To add insult to injury in the whole situation, when I try to, even in that situation, to patch something through, I get people talking over each other. We've talked about this before. We talked about this in a fucking meeting a few days ago, and now we have to talk about this again. Get the fuck away with your fucking egos and thinking that you have to talk if someone else is talking on the radio. This shit isn't getting funny anymore. This shit is honestly exhausting. There was absolutely zero fun in listening people running over each other instead of waiting for someone to finish their fucking message. And in all that shit, I'm supposed to pick out what the hell is going on and who is getting engaged and what is passing or not. Radio discipline, like, honestly, I couldn't do shit. I couldn't do shit because the information that I was getting was so bad in that situation. And the op was going relatively well up until that point. That's all I have to say. I'm not even going to comment on the Mi-26 and that stuff.
And I'm gonna go for Alpha.
in my opinion, we never pushed like in front of anyone. We mostly followed either Charlie or Bravo. First objective, we were behind Bravo, we were pushed in the town, and so we started pushing into the objective. The second objective, Bravo pushed into or Charlie pushed into the hill, so we secured the resource dump. And then the last objective, we made sure that the city is clear, so the other people could get inside the city. And once I made the call to move up to the fucking castle, I asked you twice to confirm, and both times you confirmed that I am good to now move into the castle. And because we got sandwiched between two Bradleys, because one of the Bradleys just drove into a valley, like right between us, and just fucked all of Alpha. And then they were 2 men effective. I can, as a squad leader, can do things, and my 2SC is also down. 3, whoever's, there's 2 people alive, 2 randoms. I can't make calls anymore at that point, and I never pushed on in front of anyone. One time we pushed in front of people was in a town where I said it makes more sense to just drive through and try to clear it. And yeah.
Yeah, Temp, moving up to the castle, Ark asked you and you gave us the go-ahead. We pretty much got fucked by 2 Bradleys. One of the Bradleys actually moved into the valley between us and friendly forces, and it was facing the castle, so we actually thought it was friendly. That kind of fucked us, and I was the only survivor at that point. I got dragged to the castle, got mediced up, picked up the intel, destroyed the 3 artillery pieces, and then fucked off back, where I got the rest of Alpha back.
Also, the only thing is, like, we asked for reinsert or how it's done. You said ain't gonna happen for the next 10 minutes. So I secure a vehicle so we can get reinserted. And before I like really move away, we're already here chopper moving back to base. So I don't know. Communication was just bad. I tried to convey as much information as Alpha is gonna do, what Alpha is going to be doing, and what our status is. Like what we were done, how we were doing it. Yeah.
Bravo.
Bravo did stuff. Bravo got shot. Bravo shot back. Bravo moved where we were needed to. Everyone in Bravo, for the most part, did a really good job. Just team leads, please make sure that if I give you instruction, you actually attempt to do it rather than just go off somewhere random. Yeah, communication shit like normal. Charlie.
Honestly, oh, sorry. Honestly, I was so confused, so baffled, so I don't know. We set off, we have these 3 squads, we have Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, we got 2 vehicles, we got pilots, we got this, we should be fine. And we get going, everything goes normal, we set up normal. I suppose the first inkling that something was going wrong is not after, it's not when we did the recon, it was after saying you didn't get any eyes, you were then given the go-ahead to push up. I personally didn't think that was the right call from the ground at the time, because obviously you were close to the AO, so you would have taken contact first. You would have borne the brunt of it. If anything, if we couldn't get reconnaissance from there, we should have tried doing reconnaissance from elsewhere. Didn't. So we had no idea what was in the fob. We hit contact. I get the call out, there's a tank, there's a Bradley in there, and then I get a call out, it's a Scott. So I'm getting multiple pieces of information, and I don't know what to believe, don't know what to do, so I'm sticking what I've got an idea what to do. Rather than having 2 squads bumblefuck into a fob, we took Charlie into the right of the road, into the town. We didn't know what was in there. We were told it was garrisoned. There was markers, people putting markers down, it was garrisoned. So it's kind of like, well, if Arma wants to push up, these buildings got to be clear, so we tried to do that, but then Arma got killed anyway from the rear. Then we finally get and we start getting set up, and I think right there and then there was all the friendly fire going off. People were shooting each other. We kept getting shot by stuff we couldn't see. we did see. We looked back west from Bravo's assault route and saw infantry coming from there. So friendly as it's not, don't have the time to figure it out. I think Charlie was the only one squad that actually came out of that first contact more or less unscathed, with Reed being in from both squads. And then we pushed on to the next objective. We were like, oh, we've got this town here, and then we seemed to focus on this one town. And oh, it might be full of hostiles, it might need this, might need that. And then we were like, oh, we'll just dismount and clear it. And I was like, you wanted to do recon on this one, you don't want to do recon here, you just want to push in no matter the risk. And it worked fine, there was nothing there. And then again, most of us blew past it. We hit the final, we hit the resource field. Charlie was like, what? We were like, well, it's flat, it's open ground, we'll get dicked upon here, we just need to get up there quick while one team supports. We hit the hill, got caught in the crossfire, our fault. Did mark positive smoke, blue smoke, so we did try to, we had an armor piece on top of us, which is the only time when Charlie really, I think we really maybe fucked up to a degree, where we pushed off to try and get into a different assault angle and also get closer to the resource field. But we didn't want to hit it directly, so it's like that. I've got a confusion baffleness. We cleared the fob, then we finally got it again. I knew we were heading to the town to dismount and push up. Another reminder, didn't try to do any recon. We were just like, oh, we'll just dismount. But having an argument saying, oh, there might be hostiles there, and thinking, oh, we'll just go in there anyway. It's hypocritical, extremely hypocritical. And we paid for it that time, because then as soon as we get to it, we would take fire from it. So it's now like, oh, well, we're fucked. And then I went AFK, then something came up. But I could figure out what happened. We went into the town, we fought through the town, we secured the town. And then instead of regrouping, from my opinion, what it looks like happened is that different squads went off at different intervals to assault the castle. And then each squad, because they were not regrouped, because they not rallied together, paid the price. Alpha took a big shit upon, even though they were second up. Alpha took a few hits, as far as I'm aware. Tank crews tried to push up. Alright, well, Alpha took a big hit and suffered. Bravo took a hit. Don't know how much they suffered, since information flow was hectic at that time. Armor crews tried to push up to support, couldn't push up to support because there was no screen, or the infantry that were there to support them were dead. That being Alpha's case, but they were in the jungle, so the Armor had no B. So, and then we finally figured out, we're told, oh, we're pulling security to the rear. Oh no, now we're screening for vehicles. So we screened for vehicles. We screened for the armor pieces and pushed up with them. Up to that top, we secured the T-junction, as I said, and we sat there and waited. And waited and waited and waited whilst we had gunshots, combat going off. We don't know if the castle's clear. Oh, a medic's needed. Send the medic in. Oh, there's only one person wounded. He's got a bruise on his knee. And then we just sit there and watch the chuckle fuckiness happen, like where people still attempted to clear. The friendly fire on the Bradley is like, was that us? Is that an enemy? We don't know because there's no communication. But it's out of the loop. And then we're sat up there waiting to figure out what happens. Right, we know we're going to this town. We know we're going there. We're checking the gas stations on the way because that was right at the start of the briefing. Right at the start of it. So we know roughly what is happening. We're waiting for like the final orders to go ahead, finish our guys rallying shit up and nicking gear. And then it's like, all right, rally at GC POS. Right, GC POS is down here. We'll head down the route we previously pushed up. We know that GC and friendly forces were down there, so we figured that somebody would be looking east. Wasn't the case. We rolled down there, and then we're greeted by a squad or two in front of us at the bottom of the hill, with striker support apparently. Didn't see the strikers though, but we definitely felt them. And then we get flanked from both sides by paras and other infantry, and it's like, oh, we're fucked. We're in a valley, we're in a gorge, we've got infantry engaging us from the base of the gorge. We can't push off and leave the vehicle crew because our front's blocked. We can't go back because that's going to take too long. We're just going to get lit the fuck up by the strikers. All we can do is just try and screen help, but no, we just died. Personally, it felt like we were out of the loop a lot of the time. It felt like we were like the reserve shooting, and it's like, oh, we'll just call you in. We'll just, yeah. Like, fair enough. We can help out when needed. We can do this, we can do that. But the only real heavy contact we took was the armor piece that came on top of us at the resource field. The 4 infantry guys left under the oil derricks, the resource field that was caused like, oil field. and then maybe the 2 squads we engaged at the first objective, and obviously the end. So we just felt really disconnected from it all, no matter how hard we tried to stay connected and try to be with it, but there's only so much we can do. But yeah, when it comes to open debrief, team leads might have something to say from my end. I know that people should speak up, but so wait until then. But next.
I think it's Vic Crew next. I don't know. As far as I'm concerned, we did everything right. We were the T-34 died because whoever parked on the right side of the road didn't bother to secure any of their right flank, so they got a Carl Gustav up their ass, literally sitting next to our Urals. The first thing, yeah, the Carl Gustavs fucked us both up, so we had to drive back and waste about 30 minutes. Then we came back. Then we drove back up again. That's another 20-minute drive, and then we killed shit. Always stayed together, and for the most part, we always called in our positioning or what we were doing, and if the plan seemed a little off, like not even bothering to clear the road for the vehicles, because as we saw in the end, it was a fantastic ambush location. It's where I would have done it, which is exactly what Blue 4 did. They fucked us up in that little alley, and I even called it in. I was like, yeah, there's 4 strikers down the road from us, and we're about to die on the radio. And it took a good five minutes for you guys to come, like, help. But by that point, everybody was basically fucked. So, yeah, PID with the enemy Bradley. We crewed a Bradley. Not much we can do in that case, unless you want the guys to run all the way back to the fucking airbase and get a BMP or something. But it's not like we could have had it airlifted in because we don't have anything that can lift that anymore. Yeah, like I said, if you're curious about something, pass up to your squad leader. If you can't find your squad leader, make a choice. But when there's a friendly T-55 right next to a Bradley that's sitting next to you, facing away from you, maybe don't shoot it. It didn't kill it, but maybe they could have caught the sweet ambush before it fucking stuck it in us at the end of the mission. But yeah, like, Charlie, we're sorry, we tried, but we got fucked right there with you. Oh no, you Charlie, I watched Charlie get mauled. Like, you guys literally pulled to the side of the road and just at least 2 strikers just destroyed you, and there was a squad up the hill from you as well.
And the helicopter.
And the helicopter. You guys, yeah, we got mega fucked in that alley, and I literally called it. I was like, "Are we gonna secure this road? No, all right, we're gonna go down." And then, lo and behold, there's a squad and vehicles and things. But the main idea was that we abandoned our security position on the fucking east side of town. We even said something about that on the radio. I think I said something to Skelly. I was like, "Yeah, so we're not gonna watch the road." And correct me if I'm wrong, Liru. Those strikers came right down the road, didn't they?
Yep.
Yeah, we had no security down there, nobody watching, so they literally just fucked us.
That ambush wasn't planned to be there. They were just trying to get someone back in that compound with the helicopter to secure it.
Yeah.
So it
But
just happened.
It doesn't matter. They wouldn't have reached it if we had had a security element on the road, most likely.
You would have killed those 2 strikers before they even deployed their infantry, because they deployed just in front of where you originally.
Oh yeah, like I said, that was a perfect, like, even if it wasn't intended, that was a perfect ambush. Like, their textbook. Like, literally fucking MGs at the bottom of the road tore our infantry up, and then fucking dudes with Carl Gustavs all around us literally just fucked us. I was like, okay, we're dead. We didn't lose the T-55, but might as well have.
Miraculously.
Yeah. But yeah, I had a good time. That was probably the most hairy little firefight I've had in this game in a while.
Oh yeah.
But yeah. But otherwise, yeah. For the like I said, guys, radios are important, yes, but it's also up to you to make your own judgments and listen. Just because somebody doesn't say, "Hey, Mirwell, can you listen to this specific thing on the radio?" Like, 50 is always going to be more important than your squad's blabbering. So you need to have 50 up all the time, listening if you're a squad leader and passing information along. Like, every time the vehicle crews moved, we called in what we were doing. Like, hey, we're gonna cover the road. All right, vehicle crews are finally moving up. So at that point, if they're just now moving out of the town, doesn't that mean that they're not with us? You know, like, should have known that we were in the town or asked before you pushed up.
Yeah.
But
the thing is though, like.
I get it.
We were
No,
taking engagement from it.
No, I completely get it. It happens.
And then
But
there's
Tempestal, it's on Tempestal as well. But at the same time, you should have known we were in the town. Did you hear us behind you? No. Pay attention. Just use your brain.
Yeah,
Tempestal made it sound like everything was a fluid. Yeah, I know. Tempestal made it sound like everything was fluidly moving, and like going and shit. And yeah, we weren't doing that. Like we were basically moving as a unit with infantry. But without
like,
any support, we're not going to move.
Sense, like, yeah, Bradley maybe moved up to help us, but no. Then
it did, but
you
just got to think. Like, come on.
There was nothing I could do of the squad.
Oh no, like I said, it happens, but try to split second. Like, these are things you got to think about. Like, especially if you would have listened to the radio 2 minutes before you guys even went up the hill, you would have heard us say, "Hey, we're just going to stay stationary in the town because this is a clusterfuck."
That's made perfect sense. But also, like,
it happens.
Up,
yeah, it would have, like, but we would have called it in.
Yeah,
this isn't fucking
some people don't
clown show.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, that's all I got. I don't know if any of the other guys want to talk, but
yeah, one funny thing from Bradley. That person who yeeted an RPG into a friendly Bradley literally doomed Charlie today to die because I couldn't support them because my optics were extremely fucked. So basically, it made it like 70% less effective. And that's it. That's all I have.
Yeah, like I said, fun, cool firefight. Comms could be better, but that's not really saying much. But I think they're doing. Oh, that's the tier 3 op. Squad leaders, if you guys want to talk about actions and things that went on, hop down. Otherwise, tier 3 guys go or open floor or whatever.
We still have air, right?
We still have
we still have pilots. Oh yeah. Well, what did you do the whole op? One of you crashed a giant helicopter, and one of you flew around in circles without radar for a while. Yeah. Anything else? It's your turn.
All right, guys, we'll be back in about 30-45 minutes. I'm going to start setting up for the Tier 3 server. So thank you so much for watching. Go operate operationally. Hopefully I'll see you in a bit. Otherwise, cheers and have a good one.